Hey everybody. So I'm gonna hop on here. Hopefully you can hear me. The fireplace is going and the dog is playing with his bottle. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I was wanting to do this video earlier today and then we were busy and I just haven't had time to hop on here. So there's a couple videos that I've wanted to do and I just haven't been able to. But that should change and I should be able to start doing those in the morning. But anyways. So I wanted to hop on here, and do energy update. Because I haven't done one for a minute. Hope everybody had a great holidays, whatever that is that you celebrate. Yeah, so Sun is in Capricorn. We are in Capricorn energy right now. The moon is in Scorpio today and tomorrow. So for the next 2 days. So actually hold up. We're still in Libra right now, but we will start moving into Scorpio, and we're in Scorpio Saturday and Sunday in the moon, which means a lot of deep-seated dark emotions may try to surface. Gosh, there's so much I could talk to you guys about. There's so much, because I haven't been keeping you updated on here, and I haven't been getting on here and talking. So I've been posting little tidbits and posting little things, but I haven't actually been able to get on here and go over things with you guys. So I'm going to try and put these all into one video as much as possible, but I will probably have to do more of them to kind of separate them out for you guys, because there's just so much to talk about, like from
Are you calling my name?
From the energy to people having anxiety to everything that you're seeing right now, all the things being illuminated, all the things coming out. It's kind of that year. You're going to see all of that start happening a lot this year, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius and being in Aquarius for quite some time. If I remember right, Pluto moves into Aquarius like for 20 years, if I remember correct. So for some of us, that's great. For some of us, it's not. Karma is going to play a huge factor this year. You're going to see it explode as the year moves forward. There's a lot of things that have been hidden that are going to surface, that are going to come out. If you remember back in 2020, there was some different things. I think it was 2020. It might have been 2019. There was some different things that had surfaced, and I'm going to try and keep this as I don't want to say friendly, but try and stay off the radar as much as possible. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to try and watch what my words are that I say and things like that, because I want to stay on the radar as low as possible. Because a lot of us do need to do that presently at this time. Even though we are getting the downloads, we are getting the messages and all the different things. We must understand that when it's your time to speak, great. If it's not, lay low and just watch, because you will definitely get the different downloads and the messages that you need. Integrating this energy right now is very important. Anxieties have been going through the roof for a lot of people, including myself. Tightness of the chest, feeling like you can't breathe, especially outside, which I think is very, very odd. I've been out and about all week, even though I've been off. We didn't go anywhere for vacation. We stayed around here, and I got some stuff done I need to do around the house, and I've been focusing on the business, and even though it's something I'm not supposed to be doing, but I always do. So, but I've been trying to stay away from the shop as much as possible. But I definitely have stopped down and different things like that. I went and got a facial on Monday, and went and got a massage on Wednesday, and I have another massage next Tuesday. So self-care, I've been trying to make sure that I'm keeping up on it. Self-care is going to help you integrate these energies and these downloads that are coming through. However that is for you, that you can do that. It's going to help you out a lot. It's going to help you be able to regenerate your cells. It's going to be able to help you crystalline. It's going to be able to help you change your light codes. So that's just a little bit of what I'll say about that. It was really bad yesterday. Yesterday it was really, really bad. You probably felt it a lot. You've probably felt it a lot in, I would say, the probably last couple weeks. And what I want you to understand is physically there's reasons, but energetically there's reasons too. So if our body's getting hit with a double whammy, that's going to make a difference. And that's kind of what's going on. Our body is very, very weighed down right now, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Because you got to think, people are getting together with people they don't get together with very often. They are eating things they don't eat very often. So physically, the body is struggling, but then obviously that's going to make the body mentally struggle as well. And for those that don't have those issues, kudos to you. Just because you don't feel like you're having those issues does not mean you're not having those issues. So those that sit back and say, well, I can eat whatever I want to eat and it doesn't bother me at all, and I can do whatever I want to do and it doesn't bother me at all. Okay, great. That's awesome. Maybe check back in with me, like, I don't know, in a year or two, and we'll see if you're still in that same way, or if maybe in another 10 years, if you're still that way. For those that want to discredit all of it or whatever. But that's not really what I came on here for. I came on here because a lot of things in my practice that I do, from the ear seeds to the acupressure to the tuning forks, different things like that. A lot of times we do things in threes, and we do things, you'll notice a lot of times that I'll tell you, especially with like acupressure points, I will tell you to massage that area 36 times. 36 times is the magic number. 6 and 3 breaks down to 9. If you add 6 and 3 together, it means 9. 9 is transition. 9 is the end of a cycle. 9 is almost, even if you look into, into tarot cards, 9 usually represents almost the end of some form of a transformation, the end of a cycle, the end of a journey, something like that. And so when you 36, when you massage those points 36 times, clockwise, counterclockwise, it makes a difference because if you break 36 down, if you divide 36, you get 12. Sorry. So if you divide 36 by 9? No. Let me take that back. I was trying to think because I researched it today. I had it all in my head and I was ready to go. And then I had to leave and I wasn't able to do that. But somehow it breaks down to 12. And so when I tell people to do things 36 times, or if I do things 36 times, even if I don't tell you I'm doing it, when it comes to ear seeds and things that you're going to do on your own, I'll tell people 36 times. But it doesn't mean that you have to do them 36 times at one session. You can do 12 and 12, and that equals 36. So 12 times 2. So that's what I was trying to say. Or 36 divided by 12. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. So anyways, I want to do the whole math thing. It's too late. But I wanted to get on here because this was the one amount of time that I had to get on here and to kind of explain things to you. And so in Chinese medicine, the idea is to do everything 36 times. And the way that you break it up, it's 12. 12 is very, very important in society. Now, it's interesting because I don't believe there's only 12 months, and I don't believe there's only 12 zodiacs, and I don't believe that there's only 12 of everything. I believe that there's 13 of everything, which they say 13 is a bad number, but I think it's the lucky 13. I don't think 13 is a bad number. But that's another thing that we've been programmed to think. It's another thing that we've been told that is wrong or taboo or whatever, among other things that I do or are involved in that people think is taboo and shouldn't be done. It's the same programming that we are seeing presently for a lot of things. And if you watch some of the controversy that's going on right now, they're talking about programming. I've talked about that before. I'm not here to toot my horn. I'm not here to pat my back. There's a lot of different things that I've talked about in videos, and you can go back to my YouTube page. There's a lot of different things that I have discussed or said within the last 5 years of me opening to this stuff that is now starting to come true. And wow, it's kind of crazy. But because it's just me talking out my ass. And so when I see that this is actually a real thing, like predictive programming and things like that, I was talking about that when the Jeffrey Dahmer show came out. If y'all remember, I had said when the Jeffrey Dahmer series came out not to watch it. And if you did watch it, you wanted to make sure you listened to something that was on a higher frequency afterwards to dilute it or to clear it out of your space, your energetic space. Because if you didn't do that, then it would keep you on a lower frequency. And now Russell Brand, lots of other artists are talking about predictive programming. And predictive programming literally is that. It is the idea of using frequency, sound, visuals, like, I don't know, the one movie that just came out not too long ago that was made by a certain set group of people, to create predictive programming, to program our minds to believe what they want us to believe. It's also to numb us. It's to numb us. And so I told you guys I was going to try and throw a bunch of stuff together at the same time because I've not had time to do this. This lets me get rid of all of it. It lets me put all of it out there. If I don't get on here and do these videos and it starts building up and I can't have that in there, I have to figure out some way to release it, whether it be me talking to clients or whether it be me getting on here, whatever it is, I have to get rid of it. I can't keep it. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting me get on here and sound like a crazy lunatic person. There's a lot of that too. So a lot of the people that are speaking the truth and a lot of the people that are coming forward on a lot of different things are trying to be canceled or deprogrammed. They're trying to shut them down. They're either making people think they're crazy, making people think that they're abusive, making people think they're non-empathetic, and I won't go into details as to whom or whatever, but you're seeing a lot of it right now, and it's causing that divide yet again. And you're gonna keep seeing it because that is what this year is. This year is a very transformative year for a lot of people, especially for water signs. And there is a lot of astrology and stuff like that that goes behind that. If you believe in astrology, if you don't, well, I'm sorry for you. But yes, so let me do a little backtracking here. Trying to think if there's anything else that I didn't go over. So we went over a little bit of predictive programming, which is what I wanted to talk about. We went over energy update. We went over the anxieties that people are feeling right now, the upgrades and the downloads. What else? I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. I went blank there for a minute. But yeah, so this year is very pivotal for a lot of people. If you aren't seeing it yet, if you aren't feeling it yet, you will. We're just getting into it. We're not even into really the beginning of the year yet. We're not even into a new year yet. This is the end of 2023. So technically it's not even the start of 2024 yet. Wait until April amps up. April gets here. Everything is cultivating right now. There's things that are still purging and releasing from 2023. Even though you've all celebrated 2024, energetically and nature-wise, we're not in the new year yet. We don't go into the new year until April. So whatever you want to believe, it doesn't make any difference. Time is just a construct, so it doesn't really make any difference or matter. Nature kind of dictates that, but yeah. So I haven't climbed on here for a minute, and I've got so many different things. Like right now, my team is like, oh, you need to talk about that, and oh, you need to talk about that, oh, you need to tell them about that, and oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. And so I will I will have to sit down, and I will have to sit down, and I will have to go over on a tablet all the different things that I've wanted to talk to you guys about, because there's so many downloads that I have gotten. A lot of those that are very connected might feel themselves being going inward more, even more than what you did in December. Completely normal. And the reason it's completely normal is because think of what nature is doing right now. We haven't even gotten hit yet. The heavens has not even done what it needs to do yet for the ground, for Gaia. Like it hasn't even done it yet. Nature is sitting and waiting, anticipating to get hit, to have what it needs to be able to thrive in 2024. So right now, nature, trees, stuff like that are just kind of, you might feel like this really stagnant energy is the easiest way to describe it. Excuse me. It's like this, I'm feeling it. It's like this stagnancy. It's like this pause point. It's like you have all these different things that you want to plan and all these different things that you're trying to cultivate, and it's not time yet. It's not time to plant those seeds. It's time to create, in the fact of making out the plan. So let's think of it as like a garden. If you still stuck with me here, I greatly appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. I'm going to ramble here for a minute. But let's think of it as like a garden. And you're prepping the garden. You're getting the garden ready. Right now, you're not prepping the garden and you're not getting the garden ready. You are making the plans. You are, as a gardener, you are creating a diagram. You are a blueprint, per se. You're creating a blueprint. You're creating, okay, this is where I want this to be, and this is where I want this to be, and this is how I want this to be. So that is like a vision board. And so as a gardener, which we are 100% connected to nature, we are 100% connected to Gaia, we are creating our blueprint right now. That's why karma is at an all-time high. That is why purging, and if karma is knocking on your door, good or bad, it's what you've manifested. It's what you've brought in. It's the seeds that you've sown in 2023. And those seeds are creating, are purging. They're finishing out. They're doing what they need to do. They're not blooming. They're not growing new things. They're finishing out what they're doing. They're finishing out what they're doing. And so, ignore my daughter if you can hear her. And so, yeah. So there's a lot going on. You are creating the blueprint of your 2024. Okay. You're not planting the seeds. You are not telling anybody what you're doing, and don't do that yet. You wouldn't go outside in nature and say, hey, I decided I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to decide I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put lavender here, and I'm going to do that. You're not going to do any of that yet. You're still going to be indoors creating the blueprint, creating the plan. You're not actually going to launch until April, when spring finally has sprung and it's kind of allowing things to start warming up and awakening. That is when you do that. But there's other things that have to be purged out first. Even if we can't see that there's something going on outside in our garden, there is. Roots are still dead. Worms are still using the different plant source and stuff like that underneath in the ground. And that's what's going on. So the things that we had cultivated, the things that we had created, the things that had bloomed, the things that had went down in 2023 are finishing out. They are completely finishing out so that way our landscape, our blueprint is fresh. Now, there may be some things that may come back. Like for me, I have my raised garden bed out there, and I went out today. I've got fennel coming up. Green, fresh fennel I have coming up in my raised garden bed right now. If you think of it this way, there's certain things that are hardy enough and they're strong enough that they're going to come back into your life again. And there's a reason for it. So I'm going to research what fennel represents. Why does it keep coming up? Why doesn't it die? Yes, I understand it's a perennial herb, but why doesn't it die during the winter? Why hasn't it died? Why is it still, or why is it coming back up so soon? See, so I want to kind of figure out what universe is trying to show me, what it's trying to tell me. For a lot of us right now, you may be getting a lot of downloads. You may be seeing a lot of animal spirit guides. You may be seeing family members. You may be seeing colors and numbers, synchronicities, things like that. Really pay attention to those because they are telling you stuff. With these new energies that are coming through that we are trying to integrate, it is opening us up. Our heart especially, our heart is upgrading. So for a lot of you that can relate and have been feeling this pressure, have been feeling that pounding sensation, having the heart palpitations, feeling like you can't breathe, stop and do a check-in. Stop and do a check-in and just, okay, I'm still here. Okay, I'm still alive. Okay, I'm still present. Like, do those things to help you integrate these downloads. You also can do certain forms of intentional work. You also can say different affirmations to help you integrate that into your body, to help you integrate into your soul, like to open up your heart even more. These are different things that you can do. And so that is what we are presently going through. And we are going to go through it for a while. There is a huge not downgrade. There's a huge upgrade and there is a huge shift that will happen in April during the solar eclipse. It is huge. It is monumental. I cannot tell you exactly what it is yet because I haven't gotten the full clarity in it. But what I can tell you is April 8th is huge for all of us collectively. It's massive. And I haven't really paid attention to online because I try not to do that. I don't want the placebo effect. I don't want to bleed other people's predictions. I don't want to bleed other things into everybody else's awareness. If it's not mine and it's not my own download, I don't want to do that because that means I could just be getting my info from someplace else. When I do these, I try to go as internal as possible and I try to speak out what they want me to speak out, what they want me to share. And so I've been kind of quiet because I needed a break. I needed a break from humaning. I just needed a break. There's been a lot. And I had a lot that I needed to purge. I had a lot that I needed to get rid of from last year and that I needed to get full closure with. And I honestly am there now. So that is amazing. It's only taken me a year to do that, but that usually depends on how long you went through it as to how long you're going to go through it. So definitely has helped. And so you may notice that you're going through a lot of that. Don't think that just because you didn't get it done by January 31st that it's done and that you don't have any time to finish. Don't think that because it's fake, folks. It is fake. You've got plenty of time still to finish everything from 2023. You have until April to finish everything from 2023. I'm curious, and this is a download that I just got. We have to have all of our tax stuff turned in and have everything done by April 15th. But yet, supposedly the end of the year is January 31st. I wonder what that's got to do with. Because if the new year doesn't really start until April, but we're told that it's January 31st. But then they give us until April 15th to get everything into them to be able to take our money. I wonder, energetically, if they really know that there's something to that. If I told you what I was hearing right now, you guys would all think I was batshit crazy. So I'm not going to do that. I definitely filter things so they don't put me in a padded cell. I think Trav would let that happen. But, all right. I appreciate you guys letting me hop on here. This is me. My hair is a hot little mess going on here. I don't even know what I have here. It's like I don't know what's happening there. It's not horrible. It's kind of cute. It's just a hot, messy mess. I have bangs now, so I'm really digging that, and I'm loving those. Anyways, though, whatever. I went and got a facial, and that was one of the best things I probably could have ever done. I've had many facials, but this one was unlike any one that I've ever had. She did some stuff on my skin, with my skin, that, wow. Yeah, for all those women who are starting to go through their change, and y'all know what I'm talking about, I'm not even going to go there. But for all you that are going through your change and you're trying to flow through it gracefully, it can be done. That's another thing I was going to talk about. I won't talk about it right now, though. I'll do that on another video. But it can be done. If you're all struggling with different things, we have a lot of different things at the store that I highly recommend to help you. The month of, I'm just going to do some business shit here real quick. The month of January is going to be, the month of January is going to be kind of chill. Yes, we do have sessions. I am going to run some specials in the month of January. Just let me get through the rest of this weekend, and then I will get those posted. But the month of January, we're going to have some specials and stuff, but February, we are going to definitely spice it up a little bit in the store. And I'm not going to go into details with that yet, but as soon as I have some meetings coming up, and as soon as those meetings take place and I have a little bit more information on that, I will be sharing with you. I will share that we have some self-care workshops that are coming up. People have asked about the sound baths, and I'm not sure what's going on with that yet. I need to get a hold of Jen and find out what she's doing, because she's on a new adventure and on a new journey in her life. And so I had a gentleman who had talked to me about doing some stuff too. So lots and lots of big things that we are wanting to incorporate in 2024. But none of those will really take off until after April, in the spring. And in the spring, we'll be launching. But I will tell you that we have some really big things that are coming in. New things that'll be coming in, and the restocks and stuff will slowly start trickling in. And by February, we will have a lot of new offerings and new things that we didn't have last year. I've got some new clay jewelry that's on the way. I'm waiting for it to come in through India. We've got some more fairy jewelry that is on the way. We've got some new oils that will be coming in. We've got some new products that will be coming in. We have some new things that we're going to be adding to the store. But as I told you, it's not time yet. I can't announce those things until April. So I won't announce those right now. I will keep those under my hat, just so that way nobody tries to destroy them, or I don't manifest them too quickly before they've been able to completely cultivate. And that's what our bodies are doing. Our bodies are trying to pull in frequencies and downloads and DNA to work through the things that are coming up in 2024. And as I said, 2024 is a very transitional year. But it won't really take place until 2025. And the reason I tell you that it won't take place fully until 2025, 2024 is going to be very pivotal. But all the things that everybody's talking about right now that's going to take place, all of the fear, all of those things, if they do, and it's kind of in between right now as to what's going to go down. And I've seen a lot of fear mongering. The truth is great. Fear mongering is not. Drives me insane. They've been using it for years on both sides, red and blue, black and white. It doesn't make any difference. They've been using it. So back off from that. Take a deep breath, recenter yourself, and allow yourself to go inward and really hear it, feel it, see it for what it is. It's all matrix bullshit. Pull the pieces of shit that you want from it. Sift through the bullshit. I've told you guys this. Get on Google. Don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you see on YouTube. But sift through it and come to your own determination. It was 31:13 on the clock when I said that. Confirmation. Forwards, backwards, black, white, red, blue. Doesn't make any difference. So, that's what I'm telling you guys. Pay attention to that. And people ask me all the time, how do I connect with my guides? And people ask me all the time, how do I upgrade? How do I become an empath? How do I feel my emotions? How do I? All of the answers to all the how do I's are inside of you. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. It's got a lot with going in here. A lot to go with going in here. And that's what the upgrades are right now. The upgrades are upgrading our heart space again. The upgrades are the downloads and the upgrades. And you've seen the Schumann resonance, and you've seen the Schumann, you've seen the solar flares, different things that are going on presently right now that are affecting our energy. And so, good or bad. And I don't want you to think that everything's all love and light. I cannot stand that word. I hate that word. Because it's not. Not everything's all love and light. Like, there's so many sides to one thing. And there is different perspectives to those things. And so, we have to go through our shadows. You just have to. People say, oh, well, you don't really have to go through those things. You don't really have to feel those things. You could just let go of all of them and not worry about them. Nah, you still got to sift through them. You still got to go through them, because let me tell you this, even me, if you don't go through those shadows, good or bad, because there's good shadows and there's bad shadows. If you don't go through those shadows and allow yourself to understand that you may not have handled a situation the way you should have handled it, or that you didn't deal with something the way you should have dealt with it, or you didn't say something the way you should have said it, or maybe you shouldn't have said anything at all. If you don't do any of those things, they will come back around. They have to. They have to come back around in order for you to ascend. They have to come back around in order for you to learn the lessons you need to learn, in order for you to integrate them into your next life lesson. They have to. This life, next life, it doesn't make any difference. They have to. I also got some downloads about perspective on life after death. And I'll tell you what, guys, I have not done a video on it yet because it's huge. I mean, it makes me want to cry just thinking about it. I spoke with a close friend about it today a little bit, and she said, you know, that's crazy because I've been kind of thinking the same thing. And it would flip certain people's ideologies upside down. So I'll just say that. I'll just say that for now I'm going to leave it where it's at, and I'm going to sit with it a little bit more. See what I get from it. See where I'm at with it. Because I 100% believe in reincarnation, and have seen it in the spirit world. So for me, when I got this download about it, it made it even more clear that it's real, at least for some. Maybe not for all. Not all people get to reincarnate. But it shook me to the core. And I don't know where I sit with it yet. See, I can't even talk about it because I'm not supposed to yet. So I don't know where I sit with it yet. I'm probably talk to a few more of my tribe and see where they're at, get their perspective on it before I actually launch a video on it and talk to everybody openly. Because it's a lot. And but as I talk about it, I know it's something that needs to be blasted. It needs to be put out there. Because I know a lot of people are thinking it, and a lot of people are feeling it, and they need to know it, and they need to know they're not alone. So, anyways, sorry I got so heavy. One more time. Sun is in Capricorn. We're in Capricorn until the 20th, about the 20th to the 22nd. And then we move into Aquarius. So, yes. Yeah, January 22nd is when we will officially be in Aquarius season. And when the sun moves into Aquarius, Pluto's in Aquarius, and the moon moves into Aquarius. And I'm not sure exactly what the date is. I'll have to look that up. That's going to be really important. I feel like there's some numerology that's going to go with that too. Whew. I'm going to have to look at that up. Yeah. Thanks for sitting with me, guys. I appreciate this. I plan to do these more often again. My schedule is not necessarily opening up, but I'm trying to get myself back into a routine. We start the Ice Bath Challenge next Monday, me and my husband. And I hope to be sharing video of that and how quirky and silly and amazing that Nate is to help everybody with that. If you're not signed up yet, he's got still plenty of spots. Go to Nate Murray's Facebook page. And he's got it. I'll actually share it on here again. But go to Nate Murray's Facebook page and then just message him, and he will send you all the info. It's $100, I do believe, and I think it is a 4-week. I think it's a 4-week program. It's every Monday and Thursday, and you get to choose which one you want. So like Trav and I are doing it 4 Mondays or 5, maybe it's 5 Mondays in January, and then I think 1 Monday in February. That's when we're doing it. And then there's some more in February, further in February, and I think there might, don't quote me on it, but I think there might be a few in March. But definitely look that up. Get in on that. Everybody who had been in the store that wanted to do it at the store, this is a way to do it. We decided that it was probably going to be a pain to like get the tub, the ice basin or the basin into the store and it not be messy and Nate not have to transport it. So, and he has a sauna too, and we're doing both. So we're doing a combination of hot and cold therapy with the Wim Hof breathing technique. So make sure you get in on that. I am super stoked to reset my system. I'm cold a lot, so I am aware that I need a reset, and this will help me get more disciplined in certain things that I need to. I, as everybody else, has gained just a little bit of weight over the winter, and I am not okay with it, and I felt very stagnant and sedentary. And I've been more of a late bird than an early bird, and I was an early bird for a while and I was feeling great. And then I started getting more into a late schedule because Trav was on a different schedule. And so of course I adapted to that schedule. So anyways, almost 40 minutes in, almost an hour, on this video, I want to do something to really help me get back into balance. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I had watched Wim Hof on YouTube, and had learned about his videos and his breathing and stuff like that. And so I've been conditioning myself for probably November and December. I've been trying to condition as much as possible. Okay, I lie. I've been conditioning as much as I could, or as much as I felt I could, doing like 1 minute ice cold showers at the end of my shower. So just to kind of get my system prepared, and then trying to inch up my times every single shower. So I'm very, very excited to do this. I'm excited that me and Travis are doing it together. And yeah, we will, we'll see how that goes. But anyways, if you guys are interested, please get a hold of Nate. And then I think that's where we're going to leave it. I know I went over a lot today, or a lot tonight, 40:44 on the clock. I know I went over a lot, and then 40:50, which once again, confirmation. It's time for me to end it. That's what they're telling me. 40, 50, 10, 10. That's what they're telling me. So I'm going to end it, and I'm going to stop talking and looking silly. Love you guys. I hope everybody had a great holiday and a great mid 2023. And I can't wait to share 2024 with every single one of you. Thank you so much for the support and love. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.